Welcome to Old Money, a show dedicated to helping you build the trust fund you wish you were born with. Ladies who lunch, listen up. Life is not about looking rich. I want you to build a life and a legacy that feels rich in every sense of the word. If you're ready to stack cash, talk shop, and trade insider secrets, you're in the right place. These are the new rules to old money, so let's get after it. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to a brand new era of old money. New artwork, new name, new trademark status, same old money podcast, the podcast to help you build the trust fund you wish you were born with. I'm your host, legally still Amber Frankhusen, but it will eventually be Amber Evenson. Welcome back to the rebrand of the century. I am fully 1000% in my old money era. Today's episode is going to be short and sweet. Mostly I have a big announcement for you, our amazing listeners. We're doing a massive sweepstakes that I want to tell you about. And I also just wanted to come back, level set. You haven't heard from me directly in a few weeks because I've been out, I've been busy eloping, getting married, being on vacation. But as always, a lot has been happening behind the scenes. So you're going to want to stick around to hear about the sweepstakes and how you can win some cold hard cash, some champagne, some merch, or maybe even some designer goods. So first of all, welcome back to Old Money. I know you've been here, but like I said, I've been out. I pre-recorded, and how incredible were those episodes with Mackenzie and with Marina. First of all, I'm so sorry about my audio on Mackenzie's podcast. If you can suffer through how bad my audio sounds, please go listen to that episode because the way we went so deep and so philosophical about everything luxury, Mackenzie is so brilliant. I could just kiki with her all day. I wish we could have gone so much longer, but alas, the trappings of time. And Marina, who is just absolutely such a badass realtor in San Francisco. I love her approach. She's no nonsense. She's all about education and really empowering her clients and now the Old Money listeners on what it means to really build wealth through real estate. So I hope you enjoyed those podcast episodes. We have so many new fun podcast episodes coming up. Of course, I'm going to give you a full elopement recap. Really exciting for me as I am planning my entire honeymoon on points. We're having a live podcast recording for our book club. If you've been following along, we have done a book club and we read together as a group How to Win at Travel by Brian Kelly. Such a good book. And we're going to have a discussion about it on Wednesday, April 9th. And that is going to be a live recorded Zoom with our listeners, with the Old Money girlies that are in the book club. Now, I'm going to talk a lot about the book, what we learned, get some feedback, but I'm also going to tell you all about my honeymoon details. So that's really exciting and coming up soon. Also, while we're on the topic of travel, I have this incredible article all about the difference between ultra high net worth people and maybe no net worth people, especially as it relates to maximizing your hotel stays and how you travel and what that says about you. And as we get closer to May, I'm planning a very special event all about how we run our family office, so to speak, how to run a relationship. And as your request has been heard, as have all of your questions about our elopement, Justin will be a guest coming up. So that's everything to come. Now let me take you behind the scenes and let you know what's been going on. So I've been feeling like it was time for a refresh and a rebrand of the Old Money podcast art to really represent, I feel like, who I've been evolving into. Now my hair doesn't always look that nice. I have to thank my stylist, Adriana, and I have to thank my makeup artist, Taylor, and I have to thank Irma, our photographer, for always making me look so good. But I really have felt this new level of purpose, this new level of certainty around everything that I'm doing, whether it's in my relationships, the standards that I uphold, the way that I want to be, the way that I show up, in my business as the CEO, and empowering my team to lead their divisions and giving them the resources and tools that are necessary while also making sure that we have the best, absolute best team possible and that I'm providing them with everything they need to succeed. And then also with my money and the way that I've spent a lot of money this year so far, but on things that truly, truly matter to me and what that really feels like to be aligned and be calm in the face of so much economic uncertainty. I know that a lot of people are watching the news They're seeing the Reddit headlines. They're worried about what's going on with Trump, with the tariffs, with all the things. But in this practice of really improving my relationship with money and with the economy, what I have found is this peace in myself. It's not just through meditating through it or spiritually bypassing what's going on in the world. It's about what can I do? What have I done to create certainty in my life? What are the things that I've done to make protections for myself, whether that's saving really aggressively, having some investment strategies that I'm following, and also just knowing that, you know what, if you're a millennial and you're listening, I'm a millennial. This is like the 4th recession we've lived through in our lifetime by this point. My God, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. And there's so many practices as it relates to an old money mindset that have really helped me orient into continuing to stay opportunistic, entrepreneurial, and positive, while also upholding, again, the standards. That is the thing that I keep coming back to, the standards for who's in my life, where my energy is going, how things are flowing, and what I want to create. I am very, very clear about what I want to create in my life, and I'm on a mission to do it. And I'm only sharing this because if there's anybody out there that's trying to start a project, wanting to launch a podcast, wanting to do a blog, wants to post on Instagram, trying to get a new job, find a new career, anybody who's trying to do anything, honestly, start a family, raise a kid, I applaud you. Because it's through the doing, it's through the process that we evolve and become the women we want to be. And that's where this artwork, this new photo shoot really came in, is I needed to take stock of where I am and where I've been going, which is so much more grown up than I was when I launched this podcast. And I had that first photo shoot in May of 2023, I think it is, so 2 years ago. It still blows my mind when I see my own face in the podcast app because it's next to some of the people that I respect the most and all of these quote unquote famous people. And here I am, a face among them. And there's people that I look up to and I listen to often, whether it's Jessica Zweig or Jessica Marks or Group Chat or my friend Shannon Weinstein or Celebrity Memoir Book Club. I don't know, all these random podcasts that I follow. And then there's my face. And I wonder if the me of 5 years ago would have ever believed that she had a place on this Apple Podcast app, that she could be shoulder to shoulder with some of the women that she respected the most. And I don't know that she did. And so if there's something that you're working on where you cannot see where the end is, I promise you, if you continue working on it, you will continue to evolve to become the woman you want to be, to live the old money lifestyle you want, whether that's one of running a business from a glass tower in New York City, or it's staying at home to make jam and put flower sprinkles on everything with your kids like Meghan Markle. Maybe your vision includes going to Pilates every single day, picking your kids up from school, and having a passive income that supports you and grows your family. I'm telling you, it's all possible. There are 5 different levels of wealth. There's money wealth, time wealth, relationship wealth, purpose wealth, and health wealth. And this podcast is on a mission to help you and me build out all of those different areas of our lives. So we are living that fancy life on a yacht, that we are wearing the cashmere shawl on the beach. We're doing whatever feels good for us. And so that's the long-winded way to tell you that that's exactly why the podcast needed to change, because I've changed and I've evolved. And I'm so, so grateful for all of you who have given me the support and the feedback and the DMs and the reviews to tell me which way you want me to go and how I can be of service to you. And because of that, I really wanted to say thank you. And I really wanted to celebrate our audience here. So in honor of the new photos, the new last name, the new artwork. Oh, and by the way, I think I mentioned this at the top of the show, new trademark status. We are officially registered with the USPTO, Old Money. Thank you very much to my attorney, Taylor Tiemann, for helping get that. It was 2 years of a process, but we are also registered now. So anyway, this is what you're here for. We're running a massive sweepstakes. There is a link right in the show notes. I'm going to post it almost every single day on Instagram so that you guys can get access to it. It is running and there are a lot of prizes at stake. 5 people will be winning merch gift packs. 3 people will be winning champagne from the brand Coup. 2 winners will be getting $150 in cash, and 1 winner will be getting a designer Yves Saint Laurent card holder to put all of your beautiful credit cards in while you're playing that points game. So there are going to be 11 winners in total, and this is a sweepstakes. So you can enter many, many times. Let's talk about what to do. So you have that link. It's going to open up, and you're going to see a whole bunch of different things you can do. Number 1, subscribe to Old Money on Apple Podcasts, subscribe on Spotify. Maybe you've already done those things. This is an honor system. Just click the task that you've completed it and continue on to the next one. You can rate and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Please go in and rate and review. Leave us 5 stars. Leave me your thoughts. Let me know what you want to hear more of on the show. Let me know what has resonated with you, what you've learned, how this podcast has impacted your life. It would mean so much to me. And when we have reviews on Apple Podcasts, it actually helps the podcast reach more people and have our network of rich girls grow. Also, there's a link to follow Old Money on Instagram. You probably already are. I love you so much. So again, if you've already done that, just click continue and go on to the next one. You can also 1 time per day from now until this contest is over, which is going to be April 24th. You can share a post to your stories, any post about Old Money, tag us, and that will give you another entry. So once per day, you can do that. Share any post of ours to your stories and tag Old Money. You can come back into the sweepstakes every single day to give yourself more and more entries. You can also earn an entry by subscribing to our newsletter. You can share this with your friends for more chances to win. You just need to copy a link. It's an affiliate link. It sends to your friends. You can just stick it into a text message or an email or an Instagram chat or whatever it is. And when your friend opens that and fills out or completes one of these entries, it will give you a point. You can get up to 5 entries for that. And then lastly, if you complete all of these tasks, including getting a friend of yours to complete one of the sweepstakes options, you can unlock 5 bonus entries for completing everything. So again, the link to this sweepstakes is going to be on our social media, in our bio. There's going to be links on stories, links in literally any place I can think to put one. You'll have a link. So please enter the sweepstakes to support the show and let me give you something back. I am so grateful for your listenership and your support and your friendship. Like, I just love chatting with you guys on the DMs and all the things you share with me. I honor so, so much. So sweepstakes is running from now until April 24th, 2025. I cannot wait to see all of the entries, and we'll do a little live streaming of the giveaway on Instagram Live. Oh my gosh, so much is going on, and I want to just leave you with one quick thought today. I told you this was going to be a quickie, a fast one. I'm here for a good time, not a long time today. But as I've been at this point of reflection and celebration of how far we've come, we're almost at 100 episodes, which is absolutely wild to me. It's giving me a good bookmark on how to look back in a chunk of time, right? First 100 episodes. What are the next 100 episodes going to look like? I also just committed myself in marriage to my partner. What does our relationship look like looking back? What is it going to look like moving forward? And how do you plan for that? And I think all of these bookmarks, these points in our life, whether they just happen upon us like, the first of the year, New Year's Eve, or we design them like we've done 100 episodes, or we decide to get married, or we decide to move house, or we do whatever we do. They're really good opportunities to tap into recognizing where we've been and where we are and where we have the potential to go. I just posted this on Instagram, and it's a quote from a random creator, and it says this: microdose gratitude. Pause to say thank you, God, often and sincerely throughout your day. You'll start to recognize how much is being quietly sustained and handled for you. The more you practice this, the more you begin to see that He's been covering you all along in the littlest ways you never thought to thank Him for or even paid attention to. And if it's not God for you, just replace that with universe, replace it with Mother Earth, angels, whatever resonates with you. And I even said this into my vows with Justin. It was, I am living what I manifested. And I don't ever want to take that for granted. Now, is it exactly what I imagined? No, it's not at all. But it is part of my manifestation process to be in it and to look around and give thanks for the fact that there's a chow chow sleeping at my feet, that I am recording a podcast and it's going out to thousands of people who are in this audience. We are all striving to be better together. We are all striving for wealth together. And it's that gratitude and all of the different levels of wealth that we can tap into at any moment of time to resonate with the feelings of being wealthy. And again, I'm going to come back to those 5 different levels of wealth. Number 1, the money wealth. Are your bills paid? Is your rent paid? Is your mortgage paid? Do you have food in the fridge? Do you have enough to get by? Do you want more? You probably do. We always do. There's always going to be someone with a bigger yacht. And I'd always like to have nicer champagne in the fridge. But right now, are your needs met with what you have? Can you give gratitude for that? Can you microdose on that gratitude? Number 2, time wealth. You're listening to this podcast right now. Are you listening to what you want to be listening to? Do you have autonomy over what goes in your ears? Do you have autonomy over when you go to sleep? Do you get to spend some time on you this week, today, this month, this year, this quarter? Do you have time to do the things that feel good for you, whether that's working hard to build your future or spending time with your loved ones? Do you have that choice? At times. Does that make you feel wealthy? Let's microdose on that gratitude. What about relationship wealth? Who are you spending time with? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I am the average of my dog. I spend the most time with her. And my God, she is such a happy, joyful, relaxed creature. I am so grateful for her. I am so grateful for the people that have been supporting me in my life, especially in the last 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. My God, I love you so much. And those relationships make me feel so wealthy. What about purpose? Purpose wealth is so important. Me being on this microphone and just loving into you and reminding everybody who's listening that there's an opportunity to tap into wealth by microdosing on gratitude. That's my purpose. And lastly, health. I am blessed to be healthy. My family is healthy. My dog is healthy. My loved ones are healthy. And all I can do is continue to get some sunshine, go on a walk, eat well, and take care of myself until my body can't take care of itself anymore. And for that, it's just an ultimate gift. So as I'm reflecting and being so emo with you, I want to say thank you to everybody who's listened to Old Money, everybody who enters the sweepstakes, who's written a review, who's pressed subscribe, who's shared this with a friend. Your support means the world to me because it's really helped me become so wealthy. And I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm talking about the relationships, the purpose, the time, the mental health, my financial health. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers to a new era of Old Money. We have so much fun stuff coming up. Please go enter that sweepstakes. Please share this with a friend. I love you so much. And I will talk to you on the next episode. Feeling rich? I hope so. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Old Money. If you have questions you want answered, email me at oldmoneypodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on social. We are at Old Money Podcast and I am at your service. If this episode spoke to you, inspired you, helped you, if you took a single note, it would mean the world to me if you could please just take a minute to rate and review the podcast. And if you're not doing so already, subscribe. And if you have friends who like getting rich, please share this episode with them, even if it's just on your Instagram story. And I'd love you more than Jeff Bezos loves Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Remember, I'm not your lawyer, I'm not your tax professional, and I'm not your financial advisor. The content presented in this podcast is intended to entertain, educate, inspire, and support listeners in their personal and professional development and does not constitute business, financial, or legal advice. In addition to that, this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services.